Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome. The Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. To the Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. This week's episode is entitled, My Birthday is a Reflection of God's Mercy. January 3rd, 1964 was the day I was pushed into the world of life. At that moment, I had all the hope and promise the world could give me. My future was a blank slate. I had no idea what life would send my way. I soon learned almost immediately that I needed help in order to live. I needed help from powers greater than me to survive, to eat, to release my refuse, to breathe, to overcome illness and sickness, to learn how to be mobile, to communicate. Effective communication was my first hill to climb. My very first task of life was striving to ask for help. Help to feed myself, to clothe myself, to relieve myself. Help was always my first need, and receiving help was my first step on the ladder of life. Asking for and receiving help is a pattern of the life we live. It is my firm belief that God not only created us, but He in fact sustains us each and every day. Our very next breath is by the permission of God Himself. I say Him knowing full well God is not gender specific, as He is all genders. From Him comes man and woman. I refer to God as Him simply as a reference of connectivity, for we are His creation. Just as in the creation story, the woman was derived as if from the rib of man. This shows the connectivity between man and woman. The reality is, man and woman are two beings touched by the hand of God, two beings brought about by the imagination and power of our Creator, a Creator I call God. For me, whatever one calls the Creator, I must admit it was not me, and it was a power greater than me. It is this reality that forms my gratitude for my life. My life from the point I was pushed into the cold reality of existence on January 3rd, 1964, to each morning I awaken to be immensely grateful to that power greater than me for waking me up each day and providing me with instincts and breath and a new day just to do better. All my bad decisions led to lessons learned of what to and what not to do in life's rich tapestry of do's and don'ts. This life is hills and valleys built for struggle. Struggle is absolutely necessary, for with struggle we gain faith, perseverance, character, and reliance on a power greater than oneself. For this struggle and the blessings of surviving these struggles, I am forever grateful to the God of my understanding for his continued blessings. Asking for help and needing help are two totally different things. Asking for help includes the willingness to follow instructions and submit to a power greater than oneself. Submission to God is a mandate of recovery, for there is no recovery without God. God is truth. Everything God does is truthful, for God cannot lie. The truth that comes from God sustains our recovery. God saves whom he wants. For those that follow his instructions, they receive the blessings of continued rewards and avoid the pitfalls of severe consequences. Recovery is a constant striving to do the next right thing. Recovery requires a daily asking for help from the God of our understanding. Our consistent plea for help ensures we are submissive to the supreme giver of help and guidance, and kindles the assurance that we are following his plan, his purpose in all our daily affairs. My life is proof that God exists and he saves whom he wants. With that saving comes a responsibility to bear up to the blessings of being of the saved. With the blessings of recovery, I have increased my rewards by redirecting my life goal to help someone other than myself. For me, this is a model I live by. It is my belief that the more I give, the more God gives me to give. My blessings have taken me to places I never thought possible or achievable. However, today I am the recipient of the continued blessings of life. The first reward for making correct decisions is that I get to make more decisions. Recovery is a decision to live and not die. My birth was a reflection of God's kindness and blessings. My life and my future decisions are all at the mercy and forbearance of the God of my understanding. It is my immense gratitude that I put forth each and every day that sustains my recovery. My date of birth is a reflection of God's imagination. How I decide to live is my continual display of gratitude, a grateful proclamation of my desire to live life on life's terms, entering each new day under the understanding that my life is under the supervision of a power greater than me. His plan, his way, his direction, his script, my birth, my life, and eventual death are all under the direction of my God. His purpose for me is greater than I ever could imagine, for God knows what we know not, and his immense imagination for my future is greater than anything I could ever dream of. And for that, I am forever grateful and extremely happy. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive special in-depth episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. In addition, I'll be doing podcast shoutouts to all those subscribers who request shoutouts. As always, Your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Hashtag TransNetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.